Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me for this morning of mindfulness practice. So, the usual announcement about Wi-Fi, should it go for any reason, I'll reload the stream as soon as I can. And if you go back to this channel's homepage, you should see the new stream popping up. Also, an encouragement, if that should happen, to stay calm, stay quiet if you're with somebody else, and use the delay also as an opportunity to practice some mindfulness. So, I've been saying all week that mindfulness is a type of friendly and non-judgmental attitude that we can bring to whatever we find in our experience. We've brought it to lying down or sitting, and yesterday also to some movement practices. Today I thought we'd return to a sitting practice. This can also be done lying down if you'd like. I offer it as a sitting practice, but making your own decision about how you'd like to do this practice. Perhaps also noticing any reaction. If you were hoping for a certain type of practice, perhaps you've got it, perhaps not. Is it possible to meet either of these with a calm and balanced mind? So just finding the posture that's comfortable for you. If you're sitting, I recommend coming away slightly from the back of the chair, the feet flat on the floor, the head and the neck aligned with the back, the hands resting on the thighs or in the lap. If you're lying down, lying in a way that is comfortable for you, making sure that the head and the neck are supported, and either having the legs outstretched or the knees bent, the soles of the feet flat on the floor. Allowing the arms to lie by the sides, perhaps with the palms facing up. So just making yourself comfortable now. Beginning with an awareness of the whole body. Perhaps first noticing the points of contact between the feet, the floor, between the seat and the chair, clothes and skin. If you're lying down, noticing any points of contact there too. Aware also of the subtler contact between the body and the atmosphere. Aware of the boundary of the body. what is inside and what is outside. Seeing if you can open the mind to receive the sensations of the body. Playing with the idea that the body can be felt as a cloud of sensation. If you notice a tendency in the mind to picture each part of the body as you feel it, see if you can soften this and just receive the body as a cloud of sensation, sitting or lying here. Remembering that when we practice mindfulness, there's not a particular sensation or set of sensations that we're after. Whether standing or sitting or lying or moving, the invitation underlying it all is simply to be with whatever we find, however gross or subtle, pleasant or unpleasant. As best you can, just being with this cloud of sensation. The attention will be drawn, the mind will wander. Smiling at this when you notice it, with the understanding that bringing back a wandering mind is a part of the essence of this practice, not a sign of its failure. The mind wanders away 1,000 times. We simply bring it back 1,000 times, right now to the sensations of the whole body. And now, if it's okay for you, picking up the sensation of the breath in the body. Where do you feel the breath? Perhaps in the nostrils or at the back of the throat, perhaps in the rising and falling of the chest, or the stretching and relaxing of the belly. Noticing that you don't have to remember to breathe. Your body does this effortlessly. It breathes itself. So just waiting for the breath, wherever you find it, smiling and bringing back the mind when it wanders off, and returning again and again, simply to witness the breath, long or short, deep or shallow, strongly or subtly felt. It's all good. In your own time, if it's okay for you, opening the interest now to sounds. What sounds do you hear? What sounds arrive at your ears? Sounds from nearby and from far away, perhaps even from inside the body. Louder sounds and more whispering ones. Sounds overlaying other sounds. There'll be thoughts and feelings here, sensations of the body and the breath, but giving importance, foregrounding the sounds at this point. Perhaps noticing the mind's tendency to picture the sound, perhaps to create a small story around it. If possible, bringing awareness especially to the rawness of the sound behind the story or the label, connecting with the sound as a sensation in itself. You might notice that we don't choose which sounds appear in our consciousness. They simply appear, they pop up, they stay for a while, and then they go. As best you can, allowing the sounds to come and go, bringing awareness as much to the silence between the sounds as to the sounds themselves. Noticing the fullness of each moment, whether it's silent or whether there's a sound present. As always, not waiting or looking for anything in particular, but greeting whatever arises with friendliness, without judgment. The mind wanders away, we smile at it and gently escort it back. Back now to sounds. And if it's okay for you, once again turning the attention, opening the interest, this time to thoughts. Thoughts passing through the mind. Seeing if it's possible to bring this same quality of awareness to the thoughts as they pass through our minds. It might be helpful to think of yourself as sitting by the side of a road, watching the traffic of your thoughts go by. Some thoughts whiz by, some more slowly, some seem to stop for a while. Some can be like buses, which without even realizing, we get on board and travel for some distance with before we realize we've made a journey. This is another part of the wandering mind. So when this happens, as best you can, smiling once again, getting off the bus and coming back to take up a position by the side of the road, watching the traffic go by. Perhaps noticing the temptation to run out into the middle of the road, pushing back certain thoughts or chasing after others. Understanding this as a natural tendency of the mind, welcoming it, and just gently stepping back to the side of the road. We can return again and again to this position. It's always there for us. Staying connected too at this time with the sensations of the body. Observing thoughts as they come and go, but staying in touch with the points of contact between the body and anything else. Allowing ourselves to be grounded in the body as we watch the thoughts go by. If at any point a thought is difficult to observe, to be with, it's always possible to come to the body as a refuge, a sanctuary, to allow the mind to sink into the body, leaving thoughts, feelings where they are, and just turning attention to the body, perhaps a specific anchor point, such as the feet, or the hands, or the breath, for as long as you feel. If it's okay to observe thoughts at this time, you might notice that, as with sounds, we don't choose the thoughts that come into our minds. They simply appear. So we can bring the same quality of awareness to thoughts as to sounds. Curious, friendly, but without judgment or a sense of responsibility for what arises. They simply pop up. We can just watch them come and go. Seeing if it's possible now to bring this same attitude to your whole experience in this moment. An attitude of choiceless awareness, not directing the attention to any particular place, but simply allowing whatever arises to arise, allowing whatever stays here to stay here, and allowing whatever passes away to fade away. Nothing to do or look for, just letting go, and for a few moments letting be, giving up any effort, resting with the body, as we come towards the end of this practice, seeing if it's possible to bring some of these qualities to the next few moments of your day. I hope you enjoyed that practice. Just making yourself comfortable once again, maybe wiggling the toes, stretching the body. I won't be here over the weekend, but I'll be back on Monday morning, and it would be really lovely if we can continue to practice together. For the meantime, I'll post a link or two. There are some really great online resources and communities if there's a practice that you're looking for over the weekend. Whether that's the case or not, it's always possible, as I said, to drop into the body, to practice this choiceless, friendly, non-judgmental awareness. Just a moment of this, punctuating the day, really makes a difference. I was read a poem yesterday that stayed with me, and I thought I'd end today by reading it out to you. Admit something. Everyone you see, you say to them, "Love me." Of course, you do not do this out loud, otherwise someone would call the cops. Still though, think about this great pull in us to connect. Why not become the one who lives with a full moon in each eye, that is always saying, with that sweet moon language, what every other eye in this world is dying to hear? Take care, everybody. Thank you.